Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's quite late at night. It's about 11:30. John is asleep, so I'm going to try and talk quietly. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. For tonight's video, I thought we would go back to 2016 YouTube to the wonderful world of palette tags. And I'm going to do my own palette tag. Because this channel is pretty new still, I've only been at it for about 3 months, just so that you can get more of an idea at my makeup preferences in general. So number one in the palette tag is best packaging, and what I selected for this was the Jeffree Star Alien palette. The packaging does have its issues, namely this little tiny itty bitty strap of, I think it's cardboard, holding the top on, but realistically it's a giant alien head. And I think that's really cool. I really like aliens. For a while on my Twitter bio, it had a little alien next to my name. Aliens are wonderful. And the packaging is why I bought this palette. Number two is best color payoff. For this category, I selected the BH Cosmetics Zodiac Love Signs palette, which looks like this. And the reason I selected this palette is because any color in here, I know that I'm going to get the color true to pan. I mean, there are a lot of browns in this palette, but like this teal is true to pan when packed on over a white base. Any of these colors, true to pan. And this is one of the most colorful palettes I have in my collection. So for best color payoff, obviously I'd pick one of the more colorful palettes. Most versatile palette, I actually chose my Maybelline Cosmetics Lemonade Craze palette. With this palette, I feel like I can make any look that I might want to make, just for my own personal makeup choices. And so therefore it's versatile for me. Best palette for traveling, I chose the ColourPop and Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette. I actually bought this palette while we were traveling, and after I bought it, it was the only palette I used for the rest of that vacation. When I go to stay with my parents, it's the only palette I bring typically. And the only thing I need to add to this palette is a light all over shade, something like ABH Tempera or matte white, and that's just how I like to do my eyeshadow. I find this color slightly too dark for how I like to do it, but other than that, this palette is everything I need when I'm traveling. Biggest regret, I would say, is the Too Faced Birthday 1998 20-year anniversary palette. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't remember what it's actually called. Oh, it's called the Too Faced Then and Now palette, which looks like this. I don't know if I've ever used this. It's supposed to smell like cake, and to me it just smells like overly sweet vanilla. I hate when makeup smells like vanilla. I hate the smell of vanilla. And I only bought it because I was born in 1998, and it was a 1998 palette when I first saw things about it, so I did, I'm gonna buy it. So I bought it without swatching it in stores, without smelling it, and it was nearly $70 Canadian, so it was quite a big investment, and I don't like it. I've never used it, and I can't stand the smell. The next thing on the list is best color names, and for this one I selected the Jeffree Star Thirsty palette. There's just some names in there. Well, they might be kind of questionable and fairly dirty. I find it funny. And it reminds me of summer. I know this was a summer palette. It's supposed to remind you of summer. But I mean, some of the names, like you've got Bitch, Quat, which are names that I just think are funny. And then like Quench, Submerge, Splash. These are complete summery names for me. And I just think they're funny, and it's just my sense of humor. Okay, number 7, my least used palette is the Lorac Pro 2 palette. I bought this while we were on vacation to New York, and while I've swatched it, I don't think I've ever used it on my eyes. which I have other palettes in my collection I've never used, but I acquired this in July, and I'm filming this in January. So for me to have never used it, that means it's been sitting in my collection for 7 months, and I've never used it. So yeah, least used. Most used, the most used palette in my collection is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I have completely used up one shade, hit pan in 3 more, and have a goal to either hit pan in 3 more or to finish 2 more in the next year. So this is my most used palette. It's the only palette in my collection that has pan. Most loved? I think my favorite palette in my collection right now is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. I bought this release day, and I got significant dents in quite a few of the shades. If I just need a quick, easy look, this is the palette I'd grab for. And then my Desert Island palette is the Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. It's just got so many shades in it, and again, I can do basically any look that I might want to do with it, any warm look at least. And it's just, if I had to have one makeup palette only, I'd probably go for this one. So that's my palette tag. If you're watching it, I tag all of you who are watching it. Let me know what your your answers to this tag are in the comment section down below. Leave a like on this video and subscribe to never miss content like this. I know I've been posting less recently. I'm just trying to figure out a rhythm that works for me with this channel because I don't want to be posting the same type of content. I want to be doing a variety of content, and some of it takes longer to produce than others. And I don't want to feel like I'm rushing a video just to get it out in time. So let me know what kind of things you want to see. I've got a couple videos in the planning stage right now. So yeah, let me know what you want to see, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!